If somebody cannot join on request only, but I cannot share that this every day. Okay. So you have any questions from previous classes? You want me to repeat anything? I mean, any questions on program structure, on variable declaration? Anything?
No, nothing.
Okay. So yeah, we'll code another program today. Okay. So before that, we'll again repeat that. So to run any COBOL program, we have to follow 3 steps here. Okay. So in step 1, we code the program. Okay. This is like the program what we understand. We have the normal language we write. Normal language means what we learn, like in COBOL language here we write. Okay. So then what we have to do, we have to compile this program. Okay. Compile means this is like conversion of the program what we have written into machine code. Okay. So manam rajna. So what we learn, so we write that. So that program machine will not understand directly. Machine cannot understand. So we need to convert that into machine code, machine understandable code. So for that purpose, we do compilation. Okay. In step 2, we do compilation for that purpose. Okay. So write the program. I will say COBOL programs. So any program, this is not common. So we write program first, then we have to. So any program, this is common. First step 1, we write the program. Then step 2, we have to compile the program. So manam rasna program ni machine to convert cheyadam. Okay. So this is called as compilation. This process is called as compilation. So we can say that simply compile the program. Okay. So this process will, this compilation process, so for this compilation we use utility compiler. So there is a utility. Okay. IGY-CRCTL. So this is the utility. So which will take the program whatever we have written. So manam rasna program is input ga iskone, it will convert that COBOL program or COBOL code into machine code. Okay. Okay, this machine code we call it as object. We can also call it as object code. Okay. Object code. So this COBOL code, whatever we read this week, we can call it as source code. Source, and this machine code is object code. We call it as. This terminologies are, we can use any terminology here. Okay. So we create the libraries based on these 3 steps. Okay, we have 3 steps. Right. In step 1, we write the program. Okay, where we write the program? We write the program in source library. Okay. So this is source code, right? We call it as source code. So whatever the library we use to write the source code, that library we call it as source library. Okay, this library we call it as source library. So in this we write the program. Then we have to create compile this. So after compilation, we get the machine code, right? So this will call as object code. This object code we keep in load library. Okay. So another name is, we can call it as object code or load module. Okay. So this load module we keep in load library. Okay. So this is the library. This is like output of compiler. Okay. This contain machine code, which we call it as load library. So if you into alvata ayipodhi terminology anedi, don't need to worry, don't get struggle in remembering these things. Okay. To keep the machine code, okay, load module, source module. Okay, we can call it as source module. This we can call as load module. Okay. Module and module means like member. Okay. So JCL third step, what we do? So compile చేసిన తర్వాత machine code ki convert చేసిన తర్వాత that machine code we use in third step. So third step will take that machine code and give the output. Okay. So the third step lo we execute the machine code, machine understandable code, and get the output. Okay. This execution JCL, once we execute, we get the output. Give the output or we can. Okay, both are same. So this is the basic steps what we follow in coding program. Okay, today I will write a program to read the data from the customer file. Okay? So I'm logging into mainframe. So can you all able to see my screen? Screen కనిపిస్తుంది అందరికి? Okay. So మనం ఈ రోజు ఒక కస్టమర్ ఫైల్ రీడ్ చేద్దాం COBOL program లో, and then we will write the output in some other file. Okay. So I will take some HDFC Bank customer data. Okay, let's say this file has 3 records. So we'll take some other file which is having more records. Okay, this data I'll just create. So we have commands like this. So open this in view mode. So I want to copy this data. So normal computer lo control C la vaadam, ikkada cut vaadam. So cut ante it will copy this. It will show like cut అని కనిపిస్తుంది, but it is not actual cut. It is copy, mainframe copy. Okay, the default is 11 lines copy అయినాయి. Okay, then I want to create new file and want to paste this 11 records. Okay, how you create new file? So you have to give start here. If you give start, you will go to main screen. This is primary screen. Okay, start command. So from here we have to go option 3, relatives and 2. So and allocate A. So same as PDS library. మీరు ఇంతకుముందు PDS library క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి ఎలా ఆప్షన్స్ యూజ్ చేశారో సేమ్ ఆప్షన్ we create we use to create PS file also. So any data set, PS data set or PDS data set, for both we use same option. ISPF option 3, 2, and then A for allocate new data set. Here we give the data set name. Okay, so something, let's say I want to create some SBI customer data. This is a file. So I'm creating PS file now. So earlier we created library, PDS library. Okay, so I'm creating PS file. PS file means it is like Excel sheet. It contains data. Data ఉంటుంది దీంట్లో. PDS library లో members ఉంటాయి. So those members are like COBOL program, JCL. We write the code. Okay, in PDS libraries we keep the code. In PS files we keep the data. Okay, so this primary quantity same. These all will be same. Only one thing, 2 things we have to change here. So directory blocks. So PDS library ki PDS in library we have members. So library members untai. So that's why. So we give directory blocks greater than 0 here. So it will create 10 partitions. If we give blocks, like 10 blocks, it will create PDS. So I am creating data file, that is PS file. So you can see in bracket here 0 for sequential data set. Sequential data set means nothing but PS, physical sequential data set. So PS file ki directory block 0 iwali. Okay, and record length you can give any record length based on data. So if you have 1000 fields data on అనుకోండి, employee, customer account number, like customer address, mobile number, customer name, like this 1000 fields will be data length can be 1000, 2000 like that. So now I am just creating 100 byte file. Okay, record length will be 100 bytes only. So block size will be, it is into record length. Okay, so I shared in that notepad. I don't know how you have to read this. So just keep reading this in parallel with the class. We will remember these things. Okay, so I have mentioned here these things. Fixed block, all records inside data set have same length, like the 47B, what is record length, like this I have mentioned here. I will update here. So you can see here for PDS directory blocks is greater than 0, for PS it is 0. Okay, this 80 bytes record length, this is for PDS libraries, or simply I will write for PDS. So always we create record length, we create them with record length 80. Okay, so for PS files, record length will depends on length, the data. Okay, record lengths depends on data. దాంట్లో ఎంత డేటా ఉంటే అంత లెంత్ that much lengthy record ఉంటుంది. Okay, so if you take Excel sheet data, so if there is limited data, you will see only 2-3 columns. If there is huge data, you can see 10-20 columns like that. Similarly, PS file has that data, the record length depends on data. Okay, just go through this in parallel. Yeah, I want you to take the notes also from yesterday onwards. Sorry, but I didn't start. From today onwards, even I wanted to start, but we'll try that. So you can take live notes also. That way you can remember these things easily. We'll start that from tomorrow session. So here I'm creating. So hope is my voice clear for all? I hope so. Are you getting any noise or is it clear? Okay. A data set name also we keep here blank for PS file. You can keep PS or we can keep blank. Only 2 changes we do for PS files. 3 changes, you can say 3 changes compared to PDS. So directory blocks is 0 for PS file, and record length will depends on data. So I want to keep 100 bytes data. So I'm giving record length here 100, and block size is always into 10. Record length into 10. That means 1000 block size. Okay, and data set name type. So for PDS only we mention PDS. For PS we can keep it as blank. So you can see here blank option also there. So just leave it as blank. So if you press enter here, you can see here data set allocated. Okay, so I will, this is now empty file, so I copied that. I'm going back F3 means go back. Okay, so now I want to see the data. To see the data we go to 3. So if you know the option, you can directly give here 3.4. To create PS file also you can directly give 3.2. Okay, sorry. So you can, if you know the option, we are giving option 3. We are giving option 3 and giving option 2, right, for data sets. Okay, this is we do step by step. If you remember option, okay. So if you remember option, directly you can do 3.2 here. Directly you can come here. If you remember A also, you can, so that we cannot give here. Okay. So similarly, if you know 3, then 4 I have to go. Okay. To see the data set, you have to go 3, then 4. 2 is to create, 4 is to use the created data set. Okay. I'm giving 4 here. Okay. Are you able to hear me or not? Who is Vivo? Okay. So is it clear now? Still are you expecting feeling anything?
Voice not clear, Anna.
So only just a second. Okay. We'll turn off the fan. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Okay, so is it better now?
Okay.
Okay. So so we have created one file, right? This is the file I created. Okay, Control C, I just copied there and pasted here, and press enter here. So I'm editing this file here. So we have 3 commands. So edit. So to edit the file, view to view the file, brief to browse. Okay, just we'll share the commands later along with these existing things. So basic commands, these we call as, okay, already I have shared this. Okay, you can see the commands here I shared. E for edit line, these are called line commands. Okay, we are giving this here on the line. You can see 2 commands here. So this is main command line, this is line command line, line command. So here beside this file data set or file, I'm giving the command. So B and just browse it. Okay, we cannot edit this. If you open in B, just you can see in browse mode. So there is no data in that file. That's why we are getting empty data set or empty member. Okay, to keep the data, I'm editing this one E. Okay, enter. So this warning generally comes always. You just give reset command res here. You can give to remove this warning. So that is, you can ignore that. So this is the PS file I have created. Okay. So I want to copy the data. So already verify where PS file data congestion. Then I'm copying the data here. Paste. PAST. Paste means we can copy the data. Okay. Now we have the file. Okay. If I do columns on, columns means it will show you column numbers. So you can see the data here. So this is column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. So this is 10. This is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So like that we have total, we should have 100 bytes. Okay, we have created we have given file length as 100 bytes, right? So we can see 100 bytes data. So we are getting some junk data at the end. So that I will remove. So by default, if you sometimes you will get some default numbers. Default numbers are coming. So if you don't want these numbers, just give the command here, number of. Okay. So I just deleting these lines. So if just place cursor and if you press end button in your laptop, it will system, it will delete this right side, whatever is right side, it will delete from here till that end. Okay, I'm saving this. So I just have the customer data, SBI customer data. Okay, this is, let's say this is something like customer number, account number. We can say I have 6 byte account number, 2022, 19 is one account, and 20 account of second customer, third customer, like that. I have total 11 customers, and this is customer name Shankar. So the customer data, it is from column 1 to 6 bytes. Okay, this is column 1, right? And 6 bytes. This is the length, customer account numbers. And customer name, I am starting from this column 10. This is 10, right? So from here onwards, customer name is starting from 10 bytes, from 10th position to the length of length of the customer will be 10 bytes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bytes customer name. Length of customer name is 10 bytes I'm giving. Okay. So can you all go on mute who is not speaking? Okay. So and third field I have customer the transaction ID. And fourth field I have third field starting at column 20 here. Okay, and the file and third field is transaction amount starting at column 30. Okay. So this is starting position. So length is this is the length. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So you can see number of bytes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here period also will take 1 byte. Dot also will take 1 byte. Okay, 6, 7, 8 bytes. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8 bytes. So out of 8 bytes, 5 bytes is a numeric part, and this is a dot, and then 2 bytes decimal part we have. Okay, same way we have to define the variables in the program. Okay, then I have transaction type, credit transaction, debit transaction, like that. Okay, then I have so these are the customers who transferred the amount to some other banks. Okay, this is SBI customers. So they transferred amount to some other bank accounts. Okay, let's say this customer Shankar transferred 40,000 to some Axis Bank account. Okay, so I just took some sample data. Okay, so another customer Vivek transferred amount to HDFC Bank. So first customer for him it is a credit transaction. He received amount from Axis Bank like that. So debit means he transferred amount to HDFC. This is not like we can say accounting and all. Just I'm giving an example. You don't need to have accounting knowledge and all for this. It is just example. Okay. So it is just bank file like that. You will have the files like this is called data, right? So business data. This is bank business lo bank data ila untadi. Customers amounts transfers, credit debit itlanti untayi. If you see some logistic company, it will have like vehicle number, load, address and all. Okay.
No, voice not clear, Anna.
Okay, still there is internet issue actually. Let me try to find different internet. Yeah, there is still network issue I'm observing. Okay, just a second.
నాకు చిన్న డౌట్.
Yeah, please go ahead. So there is a little bit training outside. It's still network issues there. Is it clear now? Is it better?
అంటే మధ్యలో బ్రేక్ వస్తుంది నా వాయిస్.
Okay, okay.
మధ్య వస్తుంది.
Yeah, complete in this area act fiber that is there. They have issue. I think. So still they are working on that. Okay, anyway, I will repeat the classes. Don't need to worry. If you have any doubts on any topic, I will repeat that. Okay. Yeah. Keep doubt ఏంటి?
అన్న ఇది ఐఫోన్ డిఎస్ లిస్ట్ అని ఉంది కదా, ఇంకోటి స్టార్ డిఎస్ లిస్ట్ ఉంది.
DS list.
iPhone,
Yeah, these are screens. This is screen 1. This is screen 2.
Screen 2.
Yes. If you press F9, you will go to other screen.
F9 press చేస్తే other okay okay అన్న.
So if you press F9, I went to this screen. So star ఎక్కడ ఉంటే ఆ
F9
screen లో ఉన్నాడు.
ఓకే ఓకే F9 మీన్స్ అది స్ప్లిట్ కదా అన్న, స్ప్లిట్ స్క్రీన్స్ కదా అది.
Split గా switch swap.
స్వాప్ ఓకే.
So this star means we are on the screen now. So F9 like that. If you press F9, it will take you to next screen.
Okay.
So this is the file we have customer transactions. So this is example of bank. Okay, so insurance area, you will see policy number, policy holder name, like that. So if you see some other manufacturing domain, you will see vehicle number, the vehicle cost, vehicle model number, like that. You will have different data, different businesses. Okay, this is just banking business. I'm taking example. So we need to read this file in the program, and I want to get only like debit transactions. I want to write only debit transaction in one output file. Okay. So real time, you will see like crores of transactions we have in the file. So it is just, we created only 100-byte file, but real time you will see byte length. The file length will be like 1000 bytes, like that, 500 bytes, 1000 bytes, 2000 bytes. Also we have the data like that data real time. So it will be, the file contains crores of records. So just as a training, I'm just taking only 10, 11 records and have with the length, the file length 100 bytes. Okay. So let's see how a program look like to this data. So this is the just a second. So I open another screen. I will use this COBOL AI. So this is a library we created last time, right? CBL COBOL library 1. Which one we created? Yeah, this is the one we created July. So you can see date created 28th. So last time we just executed simple hello world program. So I want to use so another library on the same name. So I have different setups. So I will use. So let's say to write the program, we have to create the PDS library. So this is a COBOL library. So last class I have shown how we create PDS file. So today we have created PS file. Okay, first time when you are inserting a member in PDS library, so you have to give the member name in bracket here. Okay, so PGM2 I am writing now. Okay, this is to read the file SBI customer data and write the report where the transactions having only debit transactions. Okay, so initially we create. This is PDS library. In this library we have members. So this is a member name I am giving in bracket. First time we have to give in bracket member name. So press enter here, enter. So you can do reset. So this is a coding sheet COBOL program. So here we have to write the program. Okay. So if you give line command I here, so on the stars you can give line command I. So it will insert the new line here. Okay. So we have to start the coding from column 8. We start the coding. Okay. First 6 bytes we leave for sequence number. We can use or we cannot use. It's optional. It is not mandatory to mention sequence numbers. If anyone wants, in some project they have sequence number like this. This is optional. 7th column is for special purpose. If you give star here, it will be treated as comment. So if you do highlight on, so you can see blue color. If you keep star here, so I'm giving removing star with space. So I want to get all lines caps. So I'm giving cap space on. So by default, when you write, it will appear in caps. So identification division. Okay, like this. So then I want to, so like this, we initially you have to practice at the time of in the beginning. So then after that, you can just do cut paste. So I did cut the lines, okay, here. And I will paste this. After this line, I want to paste. So use A. A means after. After this line, I want to paste. So command paste I'm giving at the top. You can see here paste. So pasted this code. Okay. So I'm removing two times we have identification division, removing second entry. Then I will change program ID, program PGM2. So here I don't want to display anything. So I don't want this hello variable, hello world variable. I will remove this. Okay. So I don't want to display a move or anything, or I don't want to display anything. So as we are using files, so in data division, we have to use file section to define the file variables. So before that, I will introduce for two more divisions here for files. Okay, when we use the files, we have to mention environment division. Okay, so this is identification division. So environment division, so this division we have to mention. This division we have to use when we are using files. Okay, so in this division we mention files. What are the input files? What are the output files to the program? Okay, so for us the input file is. So I'm closing this one. If you give equal x, the screen will be closed. Okay, this is the input file. I want to read this file in the program. Okay, so this file I have to define here. Okay, before defining, I will show you JCL. Okay, so in JCL, we have to mention this file name, actual file name. We mention in JCL. Okay, so I will show you JCL how it look like. So JCL is used to execute any program on mainframe system, and it will pass the data to COBOL program. So we also mention the files or data, whatever we are passing to the program in JCL. Okay. So if you see JCL, so JCL topic again that will be covered separately, but still, so I will introduce what is JCL here. Okay, here highlight JCL. So this is my JCL. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to execute program 2. So my program name I am giving PGM equal to program 2. Okay, and so customer input data. So here I am giving passing this the program to give data name pass jayali. Okay, for that purpose I am using this file. So I am using this name. So so in JCL, I explained in last class. So we have in JCL, what we have? We have three statements. Okay, to run anything, on mainframe, we need JCL. Okay, so JCL has basically three statements. So one is job statement. Okay, so job is a collection of exec statements. So under job statement, we have exec statements. So exec statements name steps and okay. So on each exec statement, we run different program. We can run different program. Like the based on requirement, we can have those many exec statements. And under exec statement, we have DD statements. So these DD statements are used to pass the data to the program. Okay, exec is a collection of DD statements. Okay, in on exec statement, you mention the program name. So you see here. So job, this is all red color. You can see this job statement. Under job, you have exec statements. Under exec, we have all DD statements. These are all DD statements belongs to this exec statement. Okay. On this exec statement, exec means execute. So I am executing on this statement, I am executing program 2. To this program, I am passing data, SBI customer data. So here I will mention my file name. So this is my file name. SBI customer data is file name. Okay. Control C. So and here we mention the file name. And DSN here, DSN means dataset name. Dataset name. This is file name. This file status. So DISP, this position. So this means file position it will tell. So disposition. In short, we write this equal share means file is available. So this job can share that file. Okay, so any other job also share means any other job also can share the same file. Job means this JCL we call simply job. JCL stands for job control language. Okay, so JCL means what? Job control language. It is not actually language. It is like tool. The tool it look like this. So these parameters and all I will explain later. Right now, just look at this program where we are mentioned giving program name and where we are passing the data to the program. This is the data. Sorry, this is not data. This is the input file. This people share SBI customer data. And I want to write this data in output file, right? So for that, I use. So whatever you see here, left side. So to this job name, left side, you can see job. Sorry, this is job statement, right? On this job statement, left side to this, you can see job name. Okay. This is exec statement. To this left side, you can see exec name. Okay. We call it as step also, step name under. And here you can, this is DD statement. This we called as DD name. Okay. This is DD name. Okay. DSN means data set name. Okay. I'll just write the basic things. So some parameters DSN stands for data set name. Okay, so you can see here. So job has job name, exec has step name, and DD has DD name. Okay, these names. So these are the predefined DD names. కొన్ని predefined DD names ఉంటాయి. Okay, you can see here step lib or job lib అనేది important. That is not introduced yet to you. So step lib is a DD name where we mention the load library. Okay, ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ మనం కంపైల్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ లోడ్ లైబ్రరీ అనేది లోడ్ మాడ్యూల్ మీన్స్ మిషన్ కోడ్ అనేది ఈ లైబ్రరీలో ఉంటుంది. Okay, to execute this program we need machine code, right? That machine code contained present in this load library. Okay, so ఈ data set name to this data set name, this is alias name. Okay, DD name. So if we use step lib, that means it will take the load from this load library. Okay, so if we are running PGM2, when we compile PGM2, the load module will come to this library. Okay, earlier we compiled PGM1, right? So if you see, just showed in previous class, this is load library. This will have all load modules. PGM1 last time we have compiled. So this is the PGM1 code, compile code, machine code. Okay, like this. So it will we cannot understand this machine code. Only machine can understand. Okay. So this load library we have to give in execution JS here. Okay, I'm just explaining about third step here. So we didn't compile the program yet. Okay, we have in program execution we have 3 steps. Okay, so to run any COBOL program, we need to follow 3 steps. First step we code the program. Second step we compile the program, means convert the COBOL program what we have written into machine code. Third step we use that machine code to execute the program and get the output in third step. Okay, now I am explaining. So we just started coding. We are in first step only, but before coding one thing, I want to introduce one thing in third step. So third step, we pass the data to the COBOL program what we write. Okay, the data how we pass, and I just want to explain that. So we didn't compile the program, code program, the code చేయలేదు. So before coding, I just want to introduce this DD name. Okay, this is the DD name first in, or I will change it as SBI in, SBI data. So SBI in, I'm just naming it. So this DD name we give in COBOL program. This is a COBOL program, right? So in environment division, under this division, we have a section called input output section. Okay. So this, there is no section. So if there is spelling mistake, you cannot see that word in red color. Okay. So under input output section, here, so we have the this, we have file control, this is sentence. So under this, we have to specify the file names. Input files and output files and మనం ఇక్కడ mention చేయాలి. Okay. So here I'm telling program select this file. What is the file name? So I'm taking in file. So in file అనేది మనం program లో వాడతాం. ఈ name అనేది program లో వాడతాం. These are like alias names. Okay. Yeah. Who is having doubt? Let me complete this. So SBI in SBI. Sorry. So SBI in is the DD name. This means the actual file key alias name. So alternate name, we are just like nickname. So normal a person nicknames allowed like that. JCL use this name. So in JCL we just call it this using this name SBI in name. We refer this file, this actual file PS file, which is nothing but where is that? In second screen we have. So this is nothing but this data, this file. Okay. So this is JCL DD name. So the JCL name of the file. Similarly, in program also we use one name to the same file. To this same file, we give in program some other name. Okay. So here I am giving in file. This the file name is in file. So throughout this program, I use only in file name. Okay. So here it is the link to this both in file and this I am assigning to DD name in the JCL. By this DD name, it will take this file and read this file data into COBOL program.
ఇప్పుడు దీనికి
Yeah.
మీరు ఇన్ఫైల్ అనేది ఎస్బీఐకి అంటే దానికి నిక్నేమ్ లాంటిది అన్న ఇప్పుడు నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది అన్న. ఇప్పుడు ఎస్బీఐ అనేది దానికి ఇన్ఫైల్ అనే దానికి
Yeah, it will understand. Here we are giving connection, right? So this is the name we use inside the so COBOL program lo manam ee name vaadtam. Okay. So we are connecting this to JCL DD name. This is DD name in JCL.
ఓకే. అంటే ఇన్ఫైల్ అనేది అజెంట్ టు ఎస్బీఐకి ఇన్ఫైల్. ఓకే ఓకే. నేమ్ అజెంట్ ఇస్తున్నాం మన ఇన్ఫైల్ అనేది ఎస్బీఐకి.
Yes. Connection. We are giving connection. So SBI in ante enti malli SBI in ante that is to the SBI in means actual PS file. So this points to this PS file. PS file means this is nothing but this file. So we are giving connection like that. So
clear.
yeah, so this is just input file. Similarly, I will create one output file. Output file name I will give select out file. Yeah, this is just main concept. So if you understand this, like 30% of COBOL is completed. Okay. So out file DD I will give like out DD. So you can give anything like that. So you can give SBI DD also here. So DD names, right? You can understand easily DD like that. So here in JCL I will give SBI DD and out file name also I will give out DD. Okay. These are JCL DD names and these are actual files, actual PS file and actual output file I will create like this. I want to create like this SBI I want to create debit SBI debit transactions, debit tran data, debit transaction data. I want to write in output file. Okay, here what I am doing, I am creating output file using JCL itself. Okay, this file is not present now. The input file undi. That's why I'm saying use this file in as input. In share means it is using as input. Output file another we are creating here output file. You can see here disposition. I'm saying it is new file. Create catalog means it will catalog that file to catalog table. So if you see any way like catalog ఉంటుంది. So any go somewhere like it's like menu catalog. It will have list of items. So how many files? A file on the file length and the file eప్పుడు create చేశారు. A file లో data ఎంత ఉంది. So that information that is present in catalog table. Okay. So here while creating file using JCL, we mention these parameters. Okay. Disp equal new means create. It is a new file, not present. Create new file. It will create new file. So it will catalog, add that file to catalog table. So every file, whatever we create in 3.2 or anyway, whatever the way, that those files will be added in catalog table. Okay? So if the job is successfully run, it will catalog. It will, if it is failed, it will delete that file. SysDA. Yeah, it is like one by one. You will not understand JCL directly now itself. Okay, just understand the COBOL. We are discussing about COBOL. So so here we are giving this. So unit means so where you want to store this data physically. SysDA means system data set. So on system data set, I want to store that. So we have parameters like SysDA we give always, or we can give -d. Okay, -d means direct access data set. Like that we have both. So these will be covered in JCL part. This is complete about JCL. So what are the parameters now? I will explain while we are discussing about JCL. Okay. SysDA we can give -d also. So here you can see I'm giving space parameters. Space equal tracks 10, primary quantity 10, secondary quantity 20. If there is unused space, it will release this space. And DCB means directory control block. Here I will mention record format, record length 100, block size 1000, like this. So here I'm creating file automatically by running this JCL. So in the we created file by going into primary screen. So start. So manually, how we create file? We give start here, give 3, or if you know 2, so directly we can give 3.2. Go here, A, and we give here file name. Okay, so PS file, some temporary file I'm giving. Press enter. So we give all this here in general. This is manually we are creating a PS file or data set. So space tracks we are giving same way. We are giving tracks here, space equal to tracks. And here we are giving primary quantity 10, secondary quantity 5, direct block 0, record format FB, record length, block size like this. Same parameters you can see here. Second primary quantity, secondary quantity 20. So extra 1 or 2 you can see. Release means it will release unused space. RLSC means release. Okay. And then you can see record format FB, fixed block. LRECL means logical record length 100. BLK size means block size 1000. So this way we are creating the file using JCL instead of creating manually. So when we run the program, automatically this JCL will take that, will give this input, this data file as input, and it will run the program and it will create the output file. Okay. So this is what we coded now. So let's see. I will cut and will save this. So editing this again. So I want to delete existing these things, D99. So I want to paste this. Save means I saved after editing, save. So now let's continue coding program. Okay. Here I have the program. So we are done with file declaration. Now we have to do variable declaration. Inside the data, we have inside the file, we have data, right? So this is the data. So we need to read this data into program. So to read data, to carry data, what we need variables, right? So those variable definition we have to do now. Variable declaration or variable definition. So under data division, we define the variables, correct? So for files, we have separate section. So under data division, we have 3 sections. So as we explained long back, so we have the sections. So you can see, don't know where I explain that. Okay. So file section we specially use under this data division. We use file section to define the file variables. Okay. So under this we use FD sentence FD. So we have to give file name here. What is the file name? FD in file. FD means file descriptor. File descriptor. It will be here we mention the file name in file, right? So this is the file name, logical file name of used in COBOL program. COBOL program manam ee file name vaadtam. Okay. This is JCL file name we can say. Okay. So COBOL file name, JCL file name. This is actual file name. This is actual file name, right? Okay. So I will keep repeating the terminology. Okay. So let's see. My battery is on. Okay, let's see. So we'll introduce the, we'll just code the program today. So FD here, we have to define the variables. Okay, 0, 1. So input record structure I'm defining here. It got stuck. Okay. So under this 0, 5 sub level, I have what do we have